कर रहे हो आप परिवार के साथ, दोस्तों के साथ। अगर आप काम कर रहे हो कहीं तो उम्मीद है कि वहाँ पे भी आपका दिन अच्छा रहे, इतना लंबा ना रहे। और मैं समझता हूँ कि कल के मैच के बाद क्या कहें दोस्तों, इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान, नॉट जस्ट अ सुपर संडे बट अ सेंसेशनल संडे। इंडियन टीम ने पाकिस्तान को जो हराया कल T20 वर्ल्ड कप के पहले मैच, मतलब अपने पहले मैच में सुपर 12, मतलब दोस्तों अल्फाज ही नहीं है, शब्द ही नहीं है इस मैच को डिस्क्राइब करने के, क्योंकि हम सब जानते हैं कि इंडिया पाकिस्तान जब भी मिलते हैं दोस्तों किसी भी टूर्नामेंट में, और 2012 के बाद से ये टीमें दोनों दोस्तों सिर्फ टूर्नामेंट्स में मिले हैं, यानी कि वनडे वर्ल्ड कप्स, T20 वर्ल्ड कप्स, चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी एंड ऑफ कोर्स द एशिया कप। और जब भी हम संडे के बारे में बात करते हैं तो जो मजा आता है इन दोनों टीम्स को देखकर, नो नीड टू गो इनटू दैट ऑल द इमोशंस वी फील। पर कल के मैच से पहले जो डाउट्स थे मेरे मेरे मन में एटलीस्ट, और आई एम श्योर आप में से बहुत लोगों के मन में, कि यार इस बार क्या होगा, क्योंकि इसी टूर्नामेंट में एक साल पहले शाहीन आफरीदी ने जो हाल करी हमारी टीम की अपनी लेफ्ट आर्म पेस से, उसके बाद फिर द वे दैट रिजवान एंड बाबर knocked off that match, there were doubts whether India, especially India's bowling, because the bowling was problematic, whether this team could hold off Pakistan. Forget hold off, the way that Virat Kohli held on to his wicket until the final ball, I mean, to my mind, the best innings he has played. इसी बात पे मैं अपने दोस्त, अपने मित्र देवांश पटेल को शो पे लाना चाहूंगा। देवांश इज अ फिल्म क्रिटिक, अ फिल्म जर्नलिस्ट, ही इज अ स्क्रीन राइटर, ही इज अ प्रोड्यूसर, ही इज अ मैन ऑफ मेनी टैलेंट्स, बट दिल से वो एक हिंदुस्तानी और दिल से वो एक क्रिकेट प्रेमी है, जैसे कि मैं हूं, जैसे कि आप सभी हैं। तो not for the first time, he's been on the show 3 times before. Let's welcome my good friend Devansh Patel on to the show. Talia, hypothetical Talia. There he is. Happy Diwali, bye.
Happy Diwali, how are you?
Very fine, man. Always a pleasure. अक्सर हम लोग बात तो करते हैं फोन पे, but when it's a meeting like this, and where do we begin, boss? Where do we begin? कल क्या प्री दिवाली तोहफा दिया कोहली ने?
कोहली वॉज अ फायर क्रैकर ब्रो। आई मीन दिवाली तो काफी जल्दी आ गई, एक दिन पहले
हाँ
देखा जाए
हाँ।
तो। लेकिन लिसन, yesterday's match was kind of it took me back to the good old days of cricket. जब the Javed Mianda, the Imran Khans, our Gavaskar. That was the kind of feeling that was there on the pitch yesterday.
Where do you where do you rank this match? I mean, look, very very tough यार। हम लोग अक्सर जो क्रिकेट फैंस हैं, it's very hard to pick our top 3 or top 5 matches,
Yeah.
because like you've said, you've taken some great names and 3 formats. चलिए T20 के लिहाज से, where do you view this match? Because for me, I think the 2007 final T20 final was
Yeah,
electric,
yeah, yeah.
but यार कल कुछ और था यार। क्या था कल के बारे में देवांश?
Listen, yesterday's match between India and Pakistan, if I have to rate only India or Pakistan के बीच की match, I would rate it as an all-time top 5 matches of the in the history of cricket. कोई सवाल ही नहीं है.
हाँ,
Because I mean, it was an anti-climax. It could have been uh, anyone's match. It could have been anyone's match till the last ball.
correct. And that's what you want, no, in these matches.
I mean, look, if it was easy to predict cricket matches, then we all would have, been the Bejan Daruwalas of cricket. But, but
सही बोले,
as
सही
I
बोले।
said, for me, the match was the reason why it was such a perfect match. It was like Nadia Comaneci scoring 10, 10, 10 in the gymnastics.
As a
It
teenager,
was
wow.
that. It was that, yeah. मतलब इतना perfection था. Right from the bowling attack of Pakistan, which I thought was splendid. I mean,
Oh, you
they
messaged me
couldn't.
also.
I mean, they couldn't hit a Shadab Khan, dude, a spinner.
And that's
On
a
a
bit
Australian
problematic,
wicket.
ना? हम लोग दिमाग, हम लोग मैचअप्स के बारे में बात करते हैं. We talk about Pakistan's pace, but we have to accept the elephant in the room. I'm sorry to
Yes.
say, इंडिया के
Yeah.
टॉप बैट्समैन ऐसे टूर्नामेंट्स में they have struggled against Shadab, and Shadab's first
Yes.
3 overs going for 14. That points to a problem. But of course, that problem gets put in the back when the match ends like that. I'm gonna be the first to admit. I know you've been on the show before. I I'll say it. I was harsh on Kohli and I was wrong about Virat Kohli. Is show pe, because until the Asia Cup, for 2 years the guy was struggling. Now, अभी हम स्ट्रगल के बारे में बात करेंगे. Why are we critical? Because like you said last time, the guy has set the bar so high. तो लोग उनके 35, 40, 50 से खुश नहीं थे. I had said on this very show that if Virat Kohli's lean phase continues to the World Cup, I don't think he should be an automatic starter. And if he is a starter and the World Cup goes badly, he will have to give up one format to prolong his career, and I think it should be
Yeah.
T20s. लेकिन जो जवाब कोहली ने कल मुझ जैसे लोग को दिया था, very very happy to admit I was wrong about it. But I want to ask you, Devansh, because you watch the game, as close as many people I do. How did you view Kohli's struggles, and how do you view what's happened since the Asia Cup? Will you, like so many guys say, it was a matter of time given his class?
Uh, See, you're talking about two different formats of cricket, right? I mean, actually
बिल्कुल.
three now: one day, T20, and Test matches. And and I think firstly, hats off to you to say that, admit that you were wrong about him. I think that really takes a brave step from your side. So Jamie, amazing. Not many journalists do that. But coming back to your question, yeah, I think we as audiences have started to expect a lot from any cricketer now today. I mean, मुझे याद है कि सचिन जब कैप्टन बने थे, right? And people were expecting every match Sachin should score a 50, every match he should score 100, and that is humanly not possible, right? Yes, you also have to see his personal graph. He's just not a cricketer because he got married. There is a family that's there that comes with it. You know, there are other things in the whole dressing room. A new team is coming in because Virat Kohli's experience is way much more than all the other new players today. If you see, right? It's becoming like Sachin, the most senior most in
Yep.
playing matches compared to the other people who kept coming
Correct.
after Gaurav and Dravid and all left, Saurav and all. So I think it was just a matter of time, bro. To be very honest, uh, every great player needs that one match to prove. And I think this is a comeback match for him. And see his record against Pakistan. If you see his record against Pakistan, it's undisputed, you know. And this is
Absolutely.
just the first match. But here's the great thing about Kohli, which I think very few people understand, is the man in his first match in a tournament sets the bar so high. एक बार वो confidence घुस गया ना विराट में, that's it. There's no breaking him now.
Yep. Very, very good point you raised, and
And
this is why.
this match,
Ah, yeah, go
this
on, go on.
match is going to be a very deciding factor for us to win the World Cup, T20 World
Exactly.
Cup.
This is the point which I was going to come upon, and you brought it up early. इससे पहले कि we keep this talk forward, I'm going to start the first of our polls for our viewers. Devansh and I had discussed it. Viewers, ये आप लोग के लिए है.
Yes.
Was this the best India-Pakistan T20I game you've seen? You've got 15 seconds, viewers, to put in your polls, either yes or no. In the meantime, I'm going to pick up on something that both Virat said और अभी जो देवांश भाई ने कहा था. It's inevitable, Devansh, that Virat Kohli was asked where he ranks this innings because until yesterday, his undisputed best T20I knock was the identical score in a must-win match against Australia at Mohali during the 2016 T20 World Cup. An innings which even until before yesterday, I was like, no, that was peak Virat Kohli. But Virat Kohli, let's see who's voted here. 70% say yes, it is the best T20 game they've seen between these two teams. मैं आपकी बात से सहमत हूं. But
Yeah.
कमिंग बैक टू कल का नॉक और क्यों हम इस पे नाप तोल कर रहे हैं. विराट कोहली ने खुद ये कहा था, व्हाई आई थिंक दिस मैच विल एंड दिस इनिंग्स एंड दिस मैच विल रैंक मोर इज बिकॉज व्हाट यू जस्ट सेड. It came in that first match of a World Cup against a team which in the last year has had India's number. हमारे bowling को बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं. 91,000 people at the MCG. India traditionally has struggled to get off the mark strongly in these tournaments. अगर हम 30 साल पहले जाए,
Yeah.
बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था इस टीम के लिए, रोहित के लिए, विराट के लिए कि दे गेट दैट विनिंग स्टार्ट. I think this has flicked a
Yeah.
switch, Devansh, in this team, and now we are genuine contenders. I did not rate them very highly. I said शायद ग्रुप के बेसिस पे हमारी टीम फाइनल फोर तक जा सकती है, but I think the game
Yeah.
is changed after yesterday, Devansh.
Yes, absolutely. And I think if you see Virat को ना वो ball, मतलब the moment Virat crosses that 50 figure mark, उसको फुटबॉल दिखता है बॉस. वो छोटा बॉल है ना बड़ा दिखता है. कुछ भी बोलो. And I'm telling you, if you see yesterday's match, guys, ठीक है, पाकिस्तान को 2 ओवर मिली थी, जिसमें अक्सर की धज्जियां उड़ा दी थी 21 runs in 1 over. ठीक है. And they also got, I think, one more over where they scored above 16 runs, 15. And India did an exact ditto replica of that, right? They took on one of the best bowlers of their side, which is Roth.
बिल्कुल.
Okay, they took him, and in the last over, of course, because I think 12th over में India scored, I think, around 20 runs in 1 over. वो शायद रॉफ की थी या पता नहीं किसकी थी.
एक
But
16 of
मुझे
Roth,
याद है 12th over
16
था.
of Shaheen.
Yeah, it was a we needed those 2 overs. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that was a pivotal point. और देखा जाए तो there are so many small factors. Like आज अक्सर ने 3 बॉल वेस्ट नहीं किए होते बैटिंग में. We would have won 4 balls, probably an over before
Yep.
the 20th over.
Small
Because
things.
who sends a night watchman in a T20, dude? Like ये सवाल बहुत ही पेचीदा सवाल है कि what was Aksar doing there on the crease,
नहीं वो था. I mean, there have been some very strange decisions. I think, and ये मैं पहली बार मैं नहीं कह रहा हूं मैं, if you're relying on an Akshar to bat at 5 just to offset a certain kind of bowler, मैं लॉजिक समझता हूं, पर अक्षर वो इंसान नहीं है. उनका मेन स्किल है भाई विकेट लेना, राइट? As big as a fan I am of his game, would आपका number 5 कहीं से नहीं. And they've done this with Jadeja too. Just because he's a left armer, it does not mean you bowl him to negate the threat of off spinners. जैसे अक्षर, they thought अक्षर को भेजेंगे तो इफ्तिकार को वो नहीं खिलाएंगे. कौन बॉल डाला? शादाब, right? So they will counter your best laid plans.
But I have a point over here. The question is not about sending a pinch hitter or a night watchman, however you want to put it.
Sure.
The question is who you are sending. If they would have sent an Ashwin, it would have made sense, right? But for me to see Aksar over there was kind of problematic because he's not a pinch hitter anyway.
He's not a pinch hitter, and it's not the first time they're doing this. और अब तक जब भी इन्होंने अक्षर को भेजा 4 पे for the reason, it's not worked out. So sample size भले ही छोटा हो, Devansh, there's enough of a sample size saying, "Bhai, this is not the guy for it," right? Which is why I get the fact that you need 6 bowlers, but when you pick 6 bowlers, there is a chance that Akshar 5 or 6 पे आएंगे. No disrespect, like you said, he's not the person for that job. But I want to pick up what we're talking about, that shot. विराट कोहली, viewers, आप जानते हैं, ये इन्होंने अपनी गेम में रिस्क निकाल के जो सफलता प्राप्त की है, he does not take risk, mean he does not hit sixes very often. It's a hallmark of his game. But Devansh, between those 2 sixes of Roth, for me it's that first one down the ground because he got himself in a tangle. लेकिन tangle के बावजूद जो, I mean, wow, what a shot, Devansh.
It was all about the posture, man. The reason what good players and great players में फर्क है ना, if you see their batting, with the ease that he is, because विराट कोहली की height नहीं है उतनी, ठीक है? So comparatively, these all Pakistan bowlers are very tall, most of them, right? So to even hit a 6 of that height, and that was straight, almost, it's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable.
And as you said, this is Haris Roth, a bowler of immense skill, a bowler of immense pace, and a guy who's very good at the death, Devansh. और ये बंदा मेलबर्न क्रिकेट ग्राउंड में खेल के ही फॉर मेलबर्न स्टार्स इन द बीबीएल, यहीं से तो पाकिस्तान में खेलने का उसको टिकट मिला. टेक ऑन दैट बॉलर. और कौन सा ओवर देवांश, कौन सा ओवर? 19वां, which has been problematic for us for the better part of a year. So you talked about those small moments.
Yes.
This was a small moment amplified into a massive moment, yeah.
Yeah. True. In fact, I don't know. I don't know if this has been pointed out. Not a single Indian bowler yesterday. Not a single Indian bowler bowled a slower ball.
Yeah, which is surprising.
Because the question comes of variety, which was like, if you see Harshal Patel, he mixes deliveries very well. और जब आप अगर आप रॉफ ले लो या नसीम ले लो, जो भी है, they tried to mix up a few deliveries. I've seen Pakistan bowlers mix up a few deliveries here and there.
Yep, yep.
You know, अगर आप यस्टरयर की भी बात करें तो वसीम अकरम, कर्टली एम्ब्रोज, वॉल्श, ये सारे ग्रेट बॉलर्स, मकरात, they used to in the last 3 overs they used to mix it up, which becomes very difficult क्योंकि आप एमसीजी की बाउंड्रीज देखिए, इतनी भयंकर दूर है, ठीक है, और अगर आप स्लोअर वन डालते हो, you have to put an extra effort to hit a 6 and a 4, both.
Absolutely, yes. And Devansh, just to pick up, you're talking about slower balls. MCG एक ऐसी pitch है जहां पे आपके slower balls, you know what I mean? You play, it gets stuck in the pitch, right? So it requires a
Yes.
certain level of skill,
Yeah.
Devansh. That could be why they also didn't try it that much, ना? क्योंकि उसको pull off करने में ऐसी pitch पे it's not easy. I'm gonna quickly put up another poll for our viewers here for this show. Has this innings re-established Kohli as India's best T20I players? दोस्तों आप लोग अपना अपना views डालिए. Devansh, you're a complete film buff. You've analyzed films. You live, breathe, eat, sleep
Yeah.
films. You've hosted shows. You're a producer. You're a writer. कल जो हुआ था भाई, मतलब नो बॉल था, 3 रन थे, बोल्ड पे नो, एक विकेट था. ये क्या सलीम जावेद ऐसे लास्ट ओवर लिख सकते थे कभी क्या?
आई डोंट नो, लेकिन हमें नसीर साहब से बात करनी चाहिए, देव साहब से, जिन्होंने पिक्चरें बनाई है.
बिल्कुल.
अव्वल नंबर.
What a movie, dude.
But coming back, see, it was always a question जो मेरे मन में था 18th ओवर के बाद, जब पाकिस्तान ने वो डिसीजन लिया होगा. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो डिसीजन पहले से लिया था उन लोगों ने,
Correct.
ठीक है. वो डिसीजन लेना था कि शादाब को 19th दे या रॉफ को 20th दे. It was a very pivotal decision because they rather risk a last over to Shadab unless agar Shadab, sorry, Nawaz, yeah. So I think that was a very pivotal decision here. और काफी, अगर आप देखो, अश्विन इज अ वेरी इंटेलिजेंट प्लेयर. उसने लेग साइड की बॉल जो जा रही थी वो वाइड जाने दी. He knew it in his head, that I don't want to touch that ball. It could have been anyone's match. And also you have to see the pressure. आज आप विराट के बारे में बात कर रहे हो, ठीक है, पूरी दुनिया बात कर रही है आज, करेक्ट, लेकिन हम ये भूल रहे हैं कि विराट एंटर होता है ना पाकिस्तान के सामने, तो ऑलरेडी द सामने वाली साइड इज एट अ डिसएडवांटेज बिकॉज द एल्गोरिथम्स एंड द फैक्ट्स आर पुट इन फ्रंट ऑफ पाकिस्तान दैट ये खतरू प्लेयर है हमारे लिए. अगर इसको आउट किया तो जिंदाबाद.
बिल्कुल.
So they knew at the back of their head, if Virat crosses a 50, okay, then Babar knew that this is going to be going down to the wire.
Yeah. बहुत सारे व्यूअर्स भी इस बात से सहमत हैं. शिबू रोहित सिंह, बिल्कुल. अब तो पूरी दुनिया जान चुकी है कि विराट कोहली क्या है. A lot of हैप्पी दिवाली which are coming. Thank you.
Diwali to all, yeah.
Thank you to all of you. So exactly, Devansh, this is where we all knew कि एक ओवर जो 2 ओवर है वो सिर्फ होगा एक हारिस के लिए, एक नवाज के लिए. I was kind of not surprised that वो 20वां गया था, but in hindsight I would have said maybe get the 19th out of him because left arm spin के against team काफी समय से फंस रही थी, and कि the moment the spinner comes on. Now my question to you is, I thought कि it would be Hardik on strike whenever the left armour came, और वही हुआ. I was so confident कि between Virat and him it would be Hardik who would hit him for 2-3 sixes to win the match. But I had that confidence. But when Hardik got out first ball, I said, hang on. Dinesh Karthik is a person who's been groomed for this situation, but not necessarily Devansh to face a left arm spinner. Karthik is actually pretty poor against left arm spinners. तो मैंने कहा साला अब मैच फंस गया. और हुआ क्या? He got out. But like you rightly brought up, अश्विन के पास जो ये है ना, वो फिनिशर कहीं से नहीं है. उनका जॉब नहीं है मैच को खत्म करना. But that tactical sense that he brought, very very crucial part. You talked about bits. अश्विन के बारे में थोड़ा और बताओ यार. It was massive.
But I'll tell you what. See, there's a difference between a great player and a good player playing a spinner. Okay, and the spinner playing a spinner. You see, Ashwin is a spinner. He's playing a spinner. उसको पता है वो next
Yep.
At this time. और वैसे भी it was the second last delivery. So definitely there was pressure from the spinners end. And of course, by that time we had known that of course या तो tie हो सकती है, India is going to win it. It's either of the two, right? But Ashwin is smart. Of course, I would have liked to see Ashwin come way before. Um, and also if you see Pakistani bowlers, they were mixing. They were even. I'm talking about all the bowlers, right? They were going right arm. They were going round the wicket. So to add to the confusion, there was a lot.
Yeah.
And I think yesterday, even though आपने वो delivery देखी जो bullet की तरह गई जो Sky को out किया. Oh my God,
Oh,
it was like a missile delivery. क्योंकि उसकी एक delivery पहले उसने 4 मारी थी.
yep, बिल्कुल. और
And
बड़े आराम से मारा.
suddenly जो zip होके उस सीम को छूकर जो निकली है वो, even a great batsman like Sky could not do anything about it.
Absolutely. And
So
हाँ, go on.
और मुझे लग रहा है कि पाकिस्तानी के जो स्पिनर्स है ना, दे आर वेरी मच लाइक योर कुंबले. कुंबले की बॉल ज्यादा स्पिन नहीं होती थी, लेकिन ही वाज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू प्ले.
No, and that is why I said this on our show yesterday that I was doing. I said, yes, it's very natural, Devansh, to talk about the Shaheen versus Rohit and Rahul matchup, the Haris Rauf, and the Naseem Shah. क्योंकि इनके पास यार 5 बेहतरीन फास्ट बॉलर हैं, वो गिन के
या
किसको डाल सकते हैं. But I said yesterday on the previous, I said India need to worry about those 8 overs of spin from Nawaz or Shadab क्योंकि पिछले साल इंडिया पाकिस्तान मैच में आफ्टर द कार्नेज फ्रैंकली द शाइन डिड इंडिया स्ट्रगल्ड अगेंस्ट स्पिन और उसी अगले मैच में देवांश यू रिमेंबर दिस इस जोड़ी ऐसे बोल रहे कि मैं उनको जब भी देखता हूं वो मार खाते हैं लेकिन उस मैच में लास्ट ईयर ही एंड सैटनर द रोल दे हैड इन
या
टाइम डाउन आवर बैट्समैन आई डोंट थिंक इनफ पीपल टॉक अबाउट आवर बैट्समैन्स प्रॉब्लम्स अगेंस्ट स्पिन सो आई वाज फुली aware कि उनके 4 ओवर right and you're right Shadab is not a big turner but यार वो street smart role जो था ना which is why yesterday's result makes it all the more just spine tinglingly amazing because the odds were stacked against our batsmen. Catch up 54 चाहिए थे आखिरी 4 में and I don't think Pakistan bowlers actually bowl that badly. You have to question the wide and all from a no ball, but their plans almost went. They were almost okay, यार Devansh. It is supreme batting from Virat Kohli.
नहीं. आप पहले 10 ओवर देखो.
They
आप पहली
bossed the
10
game.
ओवर देखिए, ठीक है, पाकिस्तान बॉलर्स की. उन लोगों ने लाइन एंड लेंथ इतनी पकड़ी थी कि दे वर नॉट गिविंग विड्थ टू द इंडियन बैट्समैन टू
Correct,
हिट.
correct.
अपनी पहली बाउंड्री वेंट आफ्टर 5 ओवर्स,
Yep,
6
yep,
ओवर्स.
yep. That is control.
That speaks a lot because that's control, which is why I was thinking यार शायद उनका bowling coach ग्लेन मगराथी होगा शायद. देख लो एक बार चेक कर लो.
There's
it's
a
like
very
spot on. मतलब there was nothing.
बिल्कुल नहीं और भाई इसी बात को कल पोस्ट मैच आई वाज अच्छा बाय द वे दिवांश कल वन ऑफ द मोस्ट आई वॉच ऑफ एनी पोस्ट मैच थिंग शायद वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल के बाद जैसे मैच खत्म होता है आई मूव ऑन बट आई वांटेड टू सी व्हाट दे वर सेइंग एंड ये लोग दे वर टॉकिंग अबाउट
Yeah.
ग्लेन मैग्रा मेट्रोनॉमिकल ये वही था जो तुमने कल मुझे मैसेज किया था बट लेट्स गेट टू दैट वेरी वेरी कंट्रोवर्शियल मोमेंट अब देखो वो क्यों है कंट्रोवर्शियल को इट डिपेंड्स कि आप लकीर के किस तरफ आप बैठे हो I did not think anything was wrong with it but yes I would have liked to seen the review taken just for normalcy your view on that because everyone has some view on that no ball.
I I mean, yeah, review could have been taken, of course, yes. But I think it was a situation, the moment as such, वो benefit of doubt वाली बात आ जाती है फिर, जो हमेशा से रहा है. I mean, I'm talking about back in the days. अगर हाँ स्टीव बकनर होता तो शायद कंट्रोवर्सी ज्यादा हो
अरे
जाती yesterday.
पक्का
लेकिन
ऐसे 4-5
लेकिन
अंपायर थे भाई.
लेकिन I think, I mean, in all fairness, I think it was a good decision made. I feel. मुझे और एक बात करनी थी जो आपने विराट के बारे में पहले कहा, ठीक है, जो him, Virat is a very strong person. He doesn't get too emotional, okay. But yesterday when we saw him cry, the whole nation and the world saw him cry. He realized कि उस पे जो बोझ था इतने महीनों का या साल का वो पूरा खत्म हो चुका है yesterday. He proved it to his naysayers and he proved it to a lot of people that I am just not, uh, a happy-go-lucky uh, cricketer. You know, there is a lot of determination. I work my ass off. मेरे में discipline भी वही है. हाँ, मैं वो 8 साल 10 साल पुराना विराट कोहली नहीं हूँ क्योंकि मैं एज होता हूँ क्योंकि मैं ह्यूमन बींग हूँ. तो जितना एज होगा मेरी हड्डियां भी उतनी ही एज होगी. एंड यू हैव टू रियलाइज दैट व्हाट every player has scored back in the day, they will not be able to score today. Let's be very realistic. हम मशीन तो है नहीं ना यार, गाड़ियों की भी सर्विसिंग होती है यार हर 6 महीने.
Yeah. That's a very, very valid point. I'll
गुड
add to
प्लेयर
it.
बुमराह को, बट देर आर देर वी रियली या प्लीज गो
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm saying just to the poll pay, 61% of our viewers are saying nahi wo no ball nahi tha. I'm not surprised. I'm just gonna bring up a picture, Devansh, of just what you were just talking about, the emotions that this guy went through when he got that. Okay, he first first he ran around, he raised his arms, then the guy fell to the ground, and when he got up, that was the moment jab
Punched.
aankhein lal thi. It again, it was a scene from a movie. It was Chariots of Fire. It was that long distance runner busting his
Yeah.
everything, putting himself. बिल्कुल सही बात की, which I think we need to also speak about this age, experience. But मेरे हिसाब से, just my view, and like I said, I was very harsh on him when he was going through a bad phase. You need to go through such phases, Devansh, चाहे आप किसी भी walk of life में हो, to realize कि भाई, what is the value of all I do? What is the value of those results? And I'm 100% agreeing with you. उसको समझ आ गया कि age तो है, but this guy is so physically supreme that I think the age factor perhaps could be slightly discarded. But more than that, what comes with age is, you know, I know, we all know, you realize certain things. कि भाई मैं
Experience.
मैं क्यों कर रहा हूं मैं. और कहीं ना कहीं मेरा ये मानना है, maybe one day Virat will admit it in a book, maybe not. He will perhaps realize कि यार, enjoyment अब मुझे थोड़ा और ज्यादा फोकस करना पड़ेगा to enjoy. And
Yeah.
more than the runs, the Devansh, that he scored against Afghanistan and recently, जो मैं विजुअल्स और क्लिप्स देख रहा हूं इस बंदे का पिछले 10 दिन में ऑस्ट्रेलिया से, उनके चेहरे पे एक calmness, एक पीस मैंने नजर किया है, which led me to believe, again I said it openly also, कि शायद इनका वर्ल्ड कप बहुत अच्छा होने वाला है. Not because as you said, he's not lacking for training. He's slogging his rear end off. But एक जो एक calmness आया ना, and
Yeah.
maybe Devansh, that calmness came from scoring runs. But there was something about him in the last few days. I got a good vibe, and I'm so happy to be put in my place. And he scored those runs, and he let himself out, Devansh. How important? Cry, yeah, cry.
No, no, but also see, we always see the on pitch विराट कोहली ना, वो घर जाता है, क्या बीवी से बात करता है, कितना गुस्सा निकालता है, कितना काम होता है, वो हम कभी कंसिडर नहीं करेंगे.
नहीं, नहीं.
हम सिर्फ बोलेंगे ये अनुष्का का हस्बैंड है और ये अनुष्का इनकी बीवी है. हमको और कुछ नहीं आता. हमको ये नहीं आता कि देयर इज अ मैन हु इज आल्सो अ हस्बैंड, राइट? अ क्रिकेटर हु इज अ हस्बैंड हु इज आल्सो अ फादर नाउ, right? And I think probably that calmness comes from the child. You know, it's a whole different ball game as a human being. You know, me and you both are fathers, so we understand. You know, we go through bad days. We have to come back hard and strong. And I think the biggest factor of him punching the ground is is kind of, he doesn't want to prove it to anybody but himself.
Yes.
That's the first important thing. Yeah, boss, I believe in myself and I did it. And listen, this was not a match जहाँ पे 3 ओवर में 12 रन चाहिए थे या 20 रन चाहिए थे. This was a match he took away from Pakistan. You have to understand that. It was a defeat. वो हमको defeat से वो खींच लाया बाहर. It's not easy, and that win is a different win altogether. So
I'm
that's the
getting
difference, I think.
I'm
That's the
getting just
difference.
goosebumps hearing you describe it like that. बिल्कुल सही. And like we talked about on the show earlier, इस रिजल्ट से इस इंसान को और पूरी टीम को, like
Yeah.
Rohit running onto the pitch like they just won the Champions Trophy and picking up, it shows कि यार, जब ये बंदा ऐसा खेलता है तो क्या मतलब टीम का मनोबल कितना बढ़ता है यार. I'm gonna quickly put up another. हाँ, बोलो बोलो. I
Just
will just
not
बोलो.
team,
हाँ.
Jamie. सुनील गावस्कर को इतना खुश आपने लास्ट कब देखा था बताइए?
Exactly. Just a quick poll for our viewers can in the
Yeah,
with the World Cup. Yesterday, Devansh, the man is he's got that little red beanie on. So cool to see. He was
yeah,
jumping like a kid. I'm like,
yeah,
exactly. हमने last कब देखा था यार? ये World Cup final नहीं था
yeah,
भाई. ये World Cup का पहला league stage match था. But just
yeah,
the emotions that we've gone through. I mean, and I just want to move slightly from the emotions onto another very valuable aspect of what this Virat Kohli does, Devansh. ऑस्ट्रेलिया में इनका रिकॉर्ड बहुत अच्छा है. यू टॉक अबाउट द
yeah.
पाकिस्तान रिकॉर्ड, बट कल जिस तरह से वो डबल्स निकाल रहा था विराट कोहली, दिस
Yeah.
इज समथिंग दैट पीपल सेड कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया के बड़े ग्राउंड्स में अ बैट्समैन लाइक कोहली डज नॉट intentionally does not go for sixes, but where he's dangerous is taking those twos. This is why the guy's fitness is second to nobody's around.
Absolutely, absolutely. And also, it all comes from the fact like अभी आप कामनेस की बात कर रहे हो, ठीक है? मैं दो दो बंदों की बात करूंगा जो सुपर काम है,
हाँ,
ठीक है, अंडर प्रेशर. एक है रॉजर फेडरर,
करेक्ट.
ऑलराइट, और एक था, आई डोंट नो इफ लॉट ऑफ पीपल नो दिस गाइस, लेकिन इंडिया का सिर्फ एक ही प्लेयर है, ठीक है, इन द हिस्ट्री ऑफ क्रिकेट एक्चुअली, हु हैज वॉकड अवे विदाउट एन इंजरी. मुझे नहीं पता वो बंदा टीम से बाहर निकला था तो वो इंजर था कि नहीं. उनका नाम है कपिल देव.
बिल्कुल सही.
Kapil Dev is one of the rare cricketers in the world who has faced his entire career without injuries. And knowing that, Virat's क्या बोलते हैं, the shift in gears of his demeanor, his anatomy completely changing, I think all this has helped. Yeah, all this has helped him recover and probably redeem himself.
Said, and you also alluded to this fact earlier in when you were talking. He doesn't need to prove to anyone, but still that
Yeah,
redemption and redeeming factor. This could be that
yeah,
pivotal chapter in this
absolutely.
excellent cricketer's journey. But I also want to talk about another player, जो इस photo में है, Devansh. Just like Amitabh Bachchan needed a Shashi Kapoor, Hardik Pandya's role
Vinod
could not.
Khanna.
This role, and Virat said it was Hardik who spurred me on to believe कि hang in there, hang in there. विराट, ये हार्दिक पांड्या के साथ भी बहुत कुछ हुआ है, off field, on field. He's a changed man in this last 1 year, and getting those 46 runs
Yeah.
after taking 3 wickets, इनका भी बहुत बहुत योगदान था यार कल के मैच में.
You need a player in each team who is a little bit gung ho, aggressive. हमेशा वो जो टोलकी होती है, जनरली कैप्टन आता है बॉलर के साथ या वाइस कैप्टन होता है कभी कभी, राइट, या सामने से मिड ऑन या मिड ऑफ से बॉलर आता है, अगर दो तीन सिक्सेस गए तो उसको काम करने. हार्दिक ऐसा बंदा है ना हु अपलिफ्ट्स द स्पिरिट्स ऑफ एवरीवन इन द टीम, यू नो so I'm sure every team has that kind of a player, who always has to come handy. और देखा जाए तो हार्दिक इज वेरी इंटेलिजेंट. हार्दिक चाहता तो वो भी छक्के छोड़ा सकता था, करेक्ट, बट हार्दिक सॉ दैट यार ये बंदा तो स्विच हो चुका है इनका गियर. नाउ लेट मी प्ले द क्वाइट एंकर राइट नाउ.
Yeah.
Let me not do something foolish. Let this guy who's seeing a ball like a football hit it out of the park. You know, he saw that coming because we all know that Hardik is capable in the depth overs to show magic moments to India. But he saw that this is Virat's day. He saw that coming. That's why he's so intelligent. He kind of played a quiet anchor to him.
बिल्कुल. One of my viewers, Raj Malhotra, is saying, कौन से राज मल्होत्रा? हैमस्टेड वाले? He's saying इस बात से मैं agree हूँ. बिल्कुल, Devansh, you have aptly summarized it because we know ये साल it's almost been Hardik's year. He comes back, his team, a new franchise, wins a
Yeah,
title. He's given the India captaincy now and then. He pulls off some amazing feats. He's bowling 140. He's bouncing out Pakistan in Dubai here as well. Inka saal hai, but the greatness of yesterday's performance, you just summed it up so well. The ability to read your partner, batting, bowling, सब चीज ना दो जन पे टिका है भाई. If you're scoring runs, दूसरे एंड में कोई है. You know this.
correct,
You played cricket in Bombay for many
correct.
many years. The
Yeah.
ability to assess in a high pressure cauldron situation like this match. Again, I mean, it's just to know. I think it's a very street smart type player, na Hardik Pandya.
पंड्या स्ट्रीट स्मार्ट, क्योंकि पंड्या ने ज्यादातर मैचेस आई एम श्योर उसके अर्ली डेज में स्ट्रीट पे ही खेली थी, बट
हाँ,
और दैट्स अ बैड जोक, बट बियॉन्ड दैट बियॉन्ड दैट हार्दिक में जो जुनून है ना, देखो दो जुनूनी बैट्समैन साथ में खेल रहे थे, एक अलग टाइप का जुनून है। अभी आप राहुल द्रविड़ को देख लो या आप धोनी को देख लो, वो लोग जुनूनी नहीं है, इन लोगों में एक पागलपंती चली जाती है अंदर, भले काम तो है ही
I
अंदर
get what
से,
you're saying.
लेकिन दैट यू नो, डू यू रिमेंबर व्हेन ही हिट दैट बाउंड्री और अ सिक्स, एंड बोथ these guys were like all pumped up, next level pumped up, दोनों हार्दिक और ये, यू नो, दे न्यू दे न्यू व्हाट इज एट स्टेक। अगर कुछ स्टेक पे नहीं रहता तो ठीक है, बात समझ में आती है, देयर वाज सो मच एट स्टेक, नॉट टू जस्ट विन दिस मैच, बट the biggest stake thing was that yeah, India is not going to win this T20 World Cup, which 90% of the people are saying. And now today's poll is completely opposite. मुझे याद है 10th ओवर के बाद विन प्रेडिक्टेबिलिटी इंडिया की 16% थी, 16%।
16%.
And so there was a lot at stake yesterday, just not for Virat alone, but for the entire team.
Yep.
And I think rightfully so. I think more, पता है विराट को पर्सनल खुशी से ज्यादा क्या खुशी मिली होगी? He's like, you know what? Enough is enough. We will go to the finals now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
we want to go to the finals.
Yep. I brought up I brought up this picture because in a show talking about batsmen, this guy is the youngest player in this team. इनको
Yeah,
6 महीने भी नहीं हुए देवांश इस अंतरराष्ट्रीय फॉर्मेट में, and
yeah,
he's become India's best death
yeah,
bowler. लेकिन कल death bowling छोड़ो, he got the wicket of Babar first ball, 2 wickets in his first three
yeah,
overs.
yeah,
This really set the tone. Virat
yeah,
Kohli
it
and
did.
Hardik Pandya will walk away with all the headlines. बट यार इस युवा खिलाड़ी ने लेफ्ट आर्म जिसके पास ज्यादा पेस नहीं है, अनुभवी बिल्कुल नहीं है, पहला वर्ल्ड कप मैच में ऐसा स्टार्ट, अ फ्यू वर्ड्स बिकॉज यू आल्सो बीन अ बॉलर, यू नो व्हाट दिस गाय इज गोइंग थ्रू.
Yeah. देखिए अर्शदीप को तो ऐसा ही लगता है इज अ डिसेंडेंट ऑफ बलविंदर सिंह संधू, मतलब ऐसा ही लग रहा है कि भाई यू नो बस एक बनाना इन स्विंगर डाल दे भाई।
बस.
हाँ, लेकिन यस यंगस्टर है तो डेफिनेटली देयर इज अ होल different body language in him, being his first World Cup, right? And also the fact that look who he took the wickets off, you
बिल्कुल.
know, because if Babar and Rizwan would have, we knew the capabilities कि अगर ये लोग 6 ओवर में इनकी औकात थी 60-70 रन बनाने की, easily,
इजिली.
easily. Because Pakistan would have given us a target of 180, 190 if Babar and Rizwan were at the crease for the next few more overs, 3-4 overs.
इजिली.
So again, it all boils down to what was at stake, and Rohit knew it very well as a captain. And Virat, अगर आप विराट को भी देखोगे, when Arshdeep took his second wicket, right? Both of them knew, because one has been the captain before, other is the captain. Both
Correct.
knew that how pivotal it was, a game-changing moment uh, for India. That those 2 wickets, extremely important.
Just to go back about what you said about the small parts, a small part became a bigger part because of what Arshdeep
Yeah,
did. Small part of Rohit handling his bowlers, Virat handling his bowlers, the former captain, current captain, and then of course the end of it all was that unreal finish by by Virat Kohli. A couple minutes
but I
left.
have to
अब ये बताओ
mention,
भाई. हाँ बोलो बोलो.
I have to quickly mention, I
हाँ.
think one of the most significant moments of yesterday's play was, I don't know अगर वो पिक्चर आपको मिलेगा तो दिखा दीजिएगा, where in the air, Dinesh Karthik saved a completely potential boundary on the leg side.
You mentioned that yesterday as well. Yeah.
That that was unbelievable. I don't know, it just came and went and people didn't notice it, but it was the most difficult take behind the stumps.
Correct. And that's the experience of a man like what Dinesh Karthik can bring. बिल्कुल सही बात कहा. अब ये बताओ भाई, final question. We have
Yeah.
fantastic start. This is a pivotal moment which could spur this team on for great things. Up we have Netherlands on Thursday, South Africa on Sunday, Bangladesh next Wednesday, and Zimbabwe the following Sunday. मुझे लगता है यार कल के बाद ना ये टीम गाड़ी चल पड़ी है. अब barring South Africa, straight through to the semifinals is my feeling.
Uh, See, it's not a I would say difficult task because knowing the group that we have, ठीक
वही
है. लेकिन हमेशा से रहा है, सालों से रहा है that eventually everything boils down to the net run rate,
यस
and we will have to really up that. We'll have to up our bowling. अभी yesterday आपने कब देखा कि इंडिया की bowling speed, इंडिया की bowling timing was 1 hour above, sorry 1 over above the time. नहीं तो we've always lacked in bowling, always.
हमेशा जो भी
So all
कप्तान
these
था.
small factors will come into the play. All these small factors will come into the play. And listen, yesterday's match was a struggle. Let's not even discount the fact struggle. It was not an easy win.
नहीं,
And
not at all.
if we can do this with Pakistan, then expect other teams to put up a fight. No, because देखो yesterday की मैच विनिंग से एडवांटेज क्या हुआ है दूसरी टीमों को अपने ग्रुप में कि यार नहीं यार इंडिया को तो हम भी फाइट दे सकते हैं अभी. It's not that difficult. What Pakistan has proved to the other teams is that, dude, if Pakistan can put up such a fight with India, then we can too, and that should not be discounted at all.
No, that's a very, 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 very valid point you've raised. We've totally run out of time. I think this was the fastest we've ever gone
Cool.
because show का time तो 40 मिनट था पर इतना मजा आया कोहली के बारे में बात करना. Again, Devansh, thank you. Always a pleasure. Happy Diwali to you and
Welcome.
your family and to all the
Happy
viewers,
Diwali.
guys.
Happy Diwali to all the viewers, man. Thanks, Jamie. Thank you. It's always a
Pleasure.
pleasure.
We'll catch up
Thanks.
soon. Goodbye,
Thanks.
everyone. Enjoy
Yes,
your
yes.
day.
Goodbye.
Enjoy. और इंडिया
Thank you.
सेमीफाइनल तक जा रहा है पक्का.
Yes, yes. Pakka, pakka, pakka.
See
Bye.
you guys. Bye, Devansh. Bye,
See
everyone.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.